Oh, so you know the best candy comes from those old-fashioned kind of time-tested recipes. We'll share the backstory about Cooper candy, but speaking of Customer Choice Food Award nominees for 2022, nominated as one of the best food brands is Cooper candy. And we've got today peanut brittle. But here's what's great. It's not just peanut brittle. Actually, you're going to have peanut, pecan, and cashew brittle, and it's sugar-free. Now, if that just perked you up, let me quickly tell you, you get all 3 bags. These are sugar-free brittles. You get the trio, and we've got them for you for under $40. Remember, all of your gourmet food ships for free. The easy pay here is $13. And this will be my first time, Jane, to try to sample this. I'll share with you as well. So I want to introduce our guest. She's one of our gourmet food brand experts. Jenniferkovich is here this afternoon to talk to us about Cooper candy and the Brittle trio. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Leah. Thank you for having us. And we're so excited about the nomination. Truly, that means so much to us. And we're excited that we're now bringing you sugar-free brittle. We know our customers are loving our other brittle, our full sugared brittle. But you know, there's over 30 million diabetics in the United States alone. So we really wanted to be able to cater to everyone. And it's not about having to sacrifice anymore. You can have your cake and eat it too, right? Even if you are diabetic.
Well,
So
at first glance, I'll tell you, it looks incredible, so I can't wait to sample it. So how about we go through each of the flavors? Shall we do that?
Okay. Yes, absolutely. So I believe you're starting with pecan there, Leah, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So this happens to be my personal favorite is pecan. I love pecan. We're using southern pecans from Alabama, which are really large and sweet, but almost juicy, if you can imagine. And they're really the most desirable pecans that we love for our brittle. What's really cool is that this is all still handmade, and I can go into that in further detail in just a moment, but you can see all the pecans in there. That brittle to pecan ratio is just stellar.
I mean, look at it, and look at the big hunks, the big chunks of the brittle there. And you do see, look at all of the pecans. Now, I just sampled the pecan, and here's what I love. It tastes like you wouldn't miss sugar in this brittle. It tastes like you want your brittle to taste. All right, so that's our pecan. And then next, let's talk about the cashew.
Yes, so the cashew is an unexpected nut in a brittle, and I love it. You're getting so much flavor here. We're using Brazilian cashews, which are larger and cleaner and quite frankly, just better tasting. But I love the fact that every single batch is handmade, hand stretched, hand blended, hand poured, and hand broken, and then filled into these vessels. As you look at that brittle, it still has that same resistancy, or rather the crispiness. This is not a hard brittle. It's not going to stick to your teeth and be chewy. It's very, very creamy. Will just melt in your mouth, nice and crispy, a light crisp, not a hard crunch. And those cashews are spectacular.
That is so good. Oh my goodness. And it's sugar-free. All right. And then let's talk about the classic peanut brittle.
Yeah, so that classic peanut brittle, we're using Spanish peanuts here, all the way from Texas, which are smaller in size, but quite frankly, we did that by design because we really want that brittle to peanut ratio to be spectacular. So every piece that you pull out there with every single bite, you are going to get those juicy peanuts, and they're just really flavorful. And what I love here too, Leah, is that we are only making one substitution. Instead of using full sugar, real sugar, we're using Splenda. That's it. Everything else remains the same. Excuse me.
I have to tell you, I'm a huge fan of brittle, love it. And that's what's incredible is that you have that buttery, crunchy, nutty, perfect, sweet flavor without sugar. Jane, do you have some to try?
I do. This is delicious. And you know, it's so funny because one of Leah's signature things is, say it with me, the charcuterie board. She does a mean charcuterie board. She takes it wherever she's going, and I love that. But when you're doing the briny olives and cheese and all of that meat, you need a little something sweet on there. This would be perfect, and it's not over the top sugary.
It's so true.
Very fresh.
Right.
We even did a few ideas, Jennifer, because you can take a piece of the brittle and crunch it up and put it into ice cream or yogurt. You can mix it
Yes.
in with with fruit if you've got. We topped some cupcakes with it. So there are so many great ways to enjoy it, but frankly, I just open up the bag.
And how nice to
And
have
go in.
something for those that are being more conscious of their sugar intake. If you're having
Yeah.
family and friends over, it really does make sense to have a sugar-free option. You might want to keep the bag next to the tray because they're probably not going to believe that it's a sugar-free option once they taste
Right.
it.
It's true.
Absolutely. And I love that it doesn't have that really strange aftertaste because a
No.
lot of times sugar-free kind of equivalates to it kind of tastes like cardboard or it has an aftertaste. This does not.
Very good.
And the fact that it has a resealable bag and you're getting all three flavors makes it extra fun. And just the presentation alone is just beautiful. I would absolutely put this on a charcuterie board. I love that idea. And it just adds just enough sweetness that you need to partner that with your mustards and your cheeses and your meat.
Oh, it is just the perfect treat. So you're going to get the 8-ounce bag of the brittle with pecans. You're getting the 8-ounce bag of the sugar-free brittle with cashews. And then you're getting the 8-ounce bag of the sugar-free peanut brittle. You're just letting us know that you want it. It is just back in stock and the perfect treat. And if you are watching your sugar intake, trying to eliminate that in your diet, what a great idea to choose this. The item number is in 83418. You're just letting us know that you'd like it. Jennifer, great to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, Leah.